Today's show in Wisconsin, where billionaire advisor to Donald Trump, Elon Musk, spoke in Green Bay ahead of Tuesday's state Supreme Court election. Musk has spent around $20 million to support Trump-backed candidate Brad Schimmel over liberal Susan Crawford in what's become the most expensive judicial election in U.S. history. On Friday, Wisconsin's Attorney General sued Musk for offering to give $1 million checks to two voters who signed one of his petitions. On Sunday, Musk went ahead with his giveaway.
Let me first hand out two $1 million checks in appreciation.
Musk is heavily involved in Wisconsin's judicial election, claiming liberals could use the 4-3 they have on the state Supreme Court to change voting districts and impact election results in the swing state.
The importance of the election on Tuesday is gigantic. It could decide the future of the House of Representatives. It could decide then the future of America and the future of the world. So it's absolutely critical that you need to just drag friends and family to vote on Tuesday for Justice Schimmel and for voter ID.
As Elon Musk backs conservative Republican Brad Schimmel, the Democratic Party of Wisconsin's countered with political ads endorsing Judge Susan Crawford.
Firing air traffic controllers.
Shalom, shalom, Yahshua Allah. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakadash, which in the Pedigree Hebrew tongue is great names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sister brothers living this truth, and shalom to you brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Woo, Yahshua Allah, hey. Bless me. This is a big one, Yahshua Allah. A very, very big one, man. This wowed me, man. Our power was really at work. He's humbling these devils, bringing them down. And one thing I learned from that situation, that clip we just watched, with Elon Musk trying to buy votes using money, which is supposed to be illegal, will show you that they don't care about the Constitution. That's out the way. Trying to buy a Supreme Court race, buy a judge's seat. He spent money, y'all. Right? They said $20 million, and guess what? He lost. That blew my mind and is the inspiration behind this lesson. Because one thing that should show us that Esau, Edom, when I say Esau, Edom, I'm talking about the so-called white man, talking about Elon Musk and the little devil he was trying to promote, their money will not save them. Their money is not going to save them at all. And that right there, because nobody expected it to go like that. If you doing like a raffle for votes and you're giving people $1 million to get votes, you expect to win. I expect to win. But what happened was they lost. The people didn't care about your money. They don't like you. You need to go somewhere else. So he's done lost all his influence with the public support. They're tearing up the Tesla buildings. His stocks is plummeting. Hey, this dude gonna have to rebrand himself. The brand he put out there, trying to be like Trump and putting a racism out there and just being proud of it. Hey, the Lord wiped that completely away. Completely away. Because that right there, I'm like, whoa. You threw out millions of dollars for people to vote for your candidate and you lost? Are you serious? And that's showing us the power of the Lord is really coming up against Esau, Edom. So start this first precept. We're going to get a clip of this dude crying. Oh, Elon Musk, he was crying about, basically saying stuff is not fair. After he done did all that BS he done did. And I'm just wild, Yahshua. Like, our power is really going hard. So check this out. I'm going to start with Obadiah 1 and 2. It says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. And these people hate Elon Musk right now. If you go back 5 years ago, many people would drink that dude's bathwater. They were saying he's a genius, he's smart, he's the best thing ever. I look up now they hate him. So that's the Lord making him greatly despised amongst the heathen. Verse 3, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee. Thou that dwellest in the cleft of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said of his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? So that devil's pride got wiped away. Because that wasn't expected. And then when you look at it too, Yasharala, like Trump got to get rid of that dude. He's been like a shit stain on his presidency. Because when you look at the thing, like Trump won Wisconsin. That should have went red. But this dude pops his little ugly head up with the little cheese on his head, looking like a little cheese head. He pop up, throwing his money around, and what it did is it turned people off. They voted against what he was talking about because everybody's got a sour taste in their mouth about dude. Like, the veil is coming down. He's trying to make AI, he's trying to make robots to replace people's jobs. All those cuts they made to the federal workers, like, they lost public support, and Trump is losing public support as well. But I'm looking at Elon Musk. He done lost all of his. That dude is basically cooked. Like, he need to go in the shadows right about now. Your little 15 minutes of fame is gone. And we're starting to see that you can't buy the people. Before you told me that, I'm like, yeah, you can buy the people. You can buy this. You can buy everything. You know, other than salvation through the Lord. But now it's looking like you can't buy no election. You can't do that. Make sure this is do not disturb you. So looks like he's done. Cause look, Trump had it. It should have turned red. I bet Donald Trump like, dude, you shouldn't have showed up. Go sit down somewhere. I'm hearing the rumors that he's gonna get rid of Elon Musk. We'll see if that's true, but I'm hearing rumors about that. Cause I know that right there was very disappointing. Cause you notice Trump can't get anything through because judges are in his way. And I think that was the Supreme Court, a judge seat. If I'm not mistaken, you know, y'all can look into it, correct me if I'm wrong. But he needs the judges to do what he needs them to say so he can get his stuff passed. Right now, all the judges is blocking everything he want to do. And then, like, with him putting it up there and getting it blocked, it's putting optics on what he's trying to do. It's showing that you can't tell me Donald Trump isn't racist anymore. Like, look at the policies he's tried to pass. So the Lord is putting everything on Front Street. And he's trying to get it, can't get it, but yet it's all in everybody's face, man. Ain't no, you know, trying to figure it out. Like, Trump is now showing everybody who he really is and what he's really about. It's not up for consideration anymore. Especially if you're of the nation of Israel or another heathen nation that's not an Edomite. Oh, man, hey, this is not for you. They say they don't want you. Make America great again, make America white again. Make America Edomites again. And that's what I'm starting to see, y'all, Shrawler, like, we're the #1 people in this country. And you have to placate to us in order to get your stuff passed. Doing that open racism, that's not going to work. But the Lord is making these devils do that because they're dumb and they're losing their wisdom. And so right now they're being exposed. So I'm going to go get a clip of this devil crying that everybody, you know, is riding. And really, if you look at that, y'all, Shrawler, that was like a small-time revolt. When you really think about it, he gave them money to vote for his guy, and they didn't do it. That was their way of thumbing their nose at Elon Musk. That was a lightweight revolt. You know, they all into politics. I'm waiting on the big one. The big one ain't gonna happen till the money get all messed up, which is getting messed up now, which is why the people are angry. But they can still go, you know, buy some McDonald's. They even put the McDonald's on a payment plan. So the money's still somewhat going, so they not going to ride in the streets yet. But when the money goes belly up, oh, man, they going to show they hate and anger. Because they thought Trump was going to save them, and he's not doing it. And it's the little cronies with him. They're not helping. They're making everything worse. And as an Israelite, I'm loving this. Like, wow. Look at these dumb, mayonnaise-looking devils who can't do nothing right. And now they crying, complaining. Why y'all going after me? Why y'all attacking me? Fool, what you thought was going to happen when you lead with racism? So let's watch another clip. And you're going to see what I'm talking about. This devil up here crying. Yeah, it's on this one. Get to the...
Is infested. Elon Musk said he just didn't know.
I mean, it's really come as quite a shock to me that there's this level of really hatred and violence from the left.
Tesla is in turmoil as Americans, Europeans, and even the Chinese are refusing to buy their cars for these odd reasons. Starting off with China, who have been the #2 buyers of Teslas for years, but in February of 2025, shipments of Teslas to China plummeted by nearly 50% compared to just a year prior. Experts attribute the sharp drop to a rise in their own domestic EV car brands such as BYD and Xiaomi, who have seen huge growth in recent years, and this problem has also extended to Europe, where sales of Teslas similarly dropped by 50% in January, as European consumers have also seemingly begun switching to the Chinese brands, causing those to see a rapid rise in sales. And back in the United States, things aren't any better because many people on the right who support Tesla's owner Elon aren't interested in buying a Tesla, as 44% of them claim they will never own an EV, and Elon's political activity has alienated his mostly left-leaning customers who are now abandoning his brands for alternatives.
Hi, guys.
Woo, did you hear that? He has alienated his customers. Alienated. They don't like him. He thought his money was going to save him. What they say? Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Hell nah, it don't. Yeah, how about y'all? Shaw rules everything around us. And we just seen a clear example of that. So this dude is losing billions of dollars. Everything is tanking. You know, I'll be on the little stock market or whatnot. Tesla stock is down majorly. Man, they said he had a 50% sales plummet in China and Europe. 50%, y'all, that's half. And that was in January and February. I bet it's worse now. That dude finished. You know, you better go somewhere, you know, get on his little rocket ship or something, but he's done. And I'm going to go get this precept. This pulls up to my mind, to my spirit. Let's go get this right here. See, he thought his money and his influence was going to get everything, but he came out, you know, being a devil. He showed everybody he was a devil. And that's not going to work, because the majority of the people in America are what they consider minorities, but really they're not the minorities. If you add up all the Asians, which is Moab and Ammon, if you add up all the northern tribe, who they call the Hispanics, you know, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, which is Issachar and Ephraim, if you add up all the so-called blacks, you know, us, tribe of Judah, Levi and Benjamin, you know, you add up Ishmael, which is your Arabs, that's more than the white people. That's why they don't have the majority anymore. They don't. They shouldn't even call that other group minorities. We're not. And you leaned with that, you know what they call it, white supremacists, white supremacy and racism. They linked with that. Him and Trump leaned with that to rile up their base, which is very small. And like their priest said, you are greatly despised. You a small group. And they thinking they can make it with that, and you can't. You don't have the numbers. So he thought his money and political influence would sway, you know, Jakes and the rest of the heathens. It is not. It didn't. You know, you alienated them as well. And your money ain't gonna save you, man. He better go on there. If you know, like I know, he better go on that rocket ship real quick before they come at him. You know, so this is Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. You hear that? Riches profit not in the day of wrath. So when Yahweh Basham Yasha's come down with that great wrath, Elon Musk's riches will not save him. Donald Trump's riches will not save him. Bill Gates, none of them. Bezos, none of these billionaires' money is going to save them from the wrath of the Lord. And how they going to feel that wrath? The people. Like, we looking at a small level of civil war brewing up. The people versus the government. Because they're not spreading no money out. They got all this money, they ain't spreading it out because they're dumb. All they got to do is keep the bread and circus going, and Esau can stay in rulership. But they don't want to do that. They're ready to do the mark of the beast, and they're ready to collapse this system, order out of chaos, and they're ready to go ahead and go for total domination. It is not going to work for them. And all they had to do was to spend that bread. You got all that bread. Throw that bread around. Ain't nobody going to rebel against you. But they're not. They're sucking it all up, hoarding all the money, flipping a little, you know, a little coin to the people, and the people are angry. They're upset. Them Edomites in my job are upset. Eves are upset. I'm going to tell you something else too, Yasharala. Before I get that, matter of fact, it's going to go hand in hand. I noticed something too, Yashral, I did. You know, I did some field work today, baby. I'm out there in the field. So let me get this precept, and I'm going to show you how it go together, what I'm about to say. I noticed something, Yashral, what Esau has done to show that they don't have any wisdom and they're stupid. This is what they lost, Yashral, that is major and is hurting them very bad. They lost the support of Israelite women. It's like they forgot the Willie Lynch letter. Like, if you want to control a group of people, you have to control their women. And I noticed when I went to my job today, you know, I went to the couple E's we got to the other side of the building just to see what's up with them, you know, talk to them and see, you know, how they feeling or whatnot as far as, you know, political things. They probably thought I was flirting with them, but I was trying to get information because I already know Esau mad that Trump ain't doing right. So I just wanted to see how many Trump supporters of Eve, you know, Israelite women was at my job, and none of them, they can't stand Trump. They cannot, they want to Kamala Harris. So I noticed something. This new administration does not have the support of the Israelite woman. And they had it with the Northern Tribe women until they started doing their deportation stuff. And now you don't have what they call the Latinos for Trump. Now the Latino women no longer support Donald Trump. And if you don't have the Israelite women's support, you're not going to get any agenda across. I noticed everything where Esau did on us to get agendas across, he pushed through the Israelite woman. They don't have that support. They got these little dumb 2/3 Jake males that's some Trump supporters, you know, for now, because they think they're going to get some money. But they don't, Israelite women don't like Donald Trump. They don't like Elon Musk. And that's a very important group you need if you want to exert control over people. Because Lil Ray Ray ain't gonna like you if his mama don't like you. He gonna do whatever his mama tell him to do. Or some little simp weak Jake. And then Eve, you know, she controls the community. Our community is ran by women. And if you don't have the support of the woman, then you not gonna get nothing across. You have to have that. And he forgot that. Trump forgot that. I guess the elites forgot that. Elon Musk forgot that. And they think they can just lead with, I don't know, man. I guess a couple Jake dudes and the Edomite men and women, and that ain't gonna work. You have to have support of Eve. There are a big group in Babylon the Great America, and they hate that dude. So that's how I know this current administration is gonna fall flat on his face, because it doesn't have that. And I noticed in times past, Barack Obama, he had it. You know, when you look at Joe Biden, he had it because he had Kamala Harris as vice president. When you look at Bill Clinton, he had the support of Eve. Most administrations had the support of Eve, man. They thrive. You have to have it. That's how, you know, the serpent made Adam fall, was through Eve. These devils done forgot that move. Which shows that, I'm going to get this precept. This is Obadiah 1:8. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and the understanding out of Mount of Esau? So the Lord said that he destroyed the wise men. That's the wisdom, the intelligence. It's gone. It's gone, Yasharallah. I'm watching Edomites do dumb stuff after dumb stuff after dumb stuff. And these are like easy things to do, which shows their wisdom is gone. They're just on some blinders right now. Esau is on a straight crash dummy mission, like we say in the hood. They crash dummies right now. The Lord has reduced Esau Edom to a crash dummy. So this dude got all the money dang near in the world, and he can't even buy an election. He can't do nothing no more. He can barely even show his face. You heard him come out, sound like they was booing that dude. Like he's cooked. He's finished. He's done. Elon Musk ain't got that sway no more. And if he ain't got that sway, Trump losing his little, you know, his little juice, his mojo. All of them are, man. Edomites are greatly despised right now. Nobody like Edomites. That's why when they talked about segregation, Jake was all happy. Jake was ready to do segregation. Then they like, nah, we not gonna do it no more. That ain't the effect we wanted. We thought y'all was gonna be like y'all's great grandparents. You know, that 1960 civil rights movement. We thought y'all wanted to be with us. This new generation of Jake don't want to be with Esau. They want to separate. And that's showing E like, oh shoot, we not like, we ain't got it like that. So they like, nah, I can't let y'all go. You know, like Pharaoh, I can't let y'all go, man. Y'all gonna stay on the plantation. You know, that was a movie try to pull the flex to see, you know, what the people, what they were gonna do. how they were feeling, trying to get Jake to revolt and get in the streets, and it ain't working. I know that they're trying to get anything to get Jake out there in the streets. It is not working. None of his witchcraft sorcery is working anymore. Why? Because the word of Yahushua is going out super hard and heavy. And these scoffers and stuff, they'll act like they ain't listening to us, but some of them are listening to us. And that wisdom is just coming up, man. Jake is like starting to outsmart Esau Edom. The dumbest of the dumb Jake is now smarter than your average CEO Edomite on Wall Street. And that doesn't bode well for Esau Edom. And that's great news for us. These devils is done, y'all, Sharala. This crash is about to be real horrific. And why is that? Because they've been stripped bare. People can see who they are. Elon Musk lost public support because people see what he really about. They see him now. They don't care about your money. You ain't trying to give out the money. You ain't helping nobody. You ain't doing nothing to help society. You firing people, taking people's jobs, and making robots take other people's jobs. And now the average common worker person sees that, and they're not happy. Rent is going up, food is going up, everything is going up. And that's the people not happy with that. They're growling, they're grumbling, and pretty soon we're gonna see second address, man. They're gonna start attacking their government because their government ain't doing nothing for them. And they thought they was gonna be safe, the elites and their little, little lackeys thought they was gonna be safe because they got a lot of money. And the people like, I don't give a damn about your money. They want to take money. The spirit they about to start coming in. They said that dude can't show himself in these streets no more, man. And if Donald Trump don't give out them little Doge checks, they talking about them little stimulus checks, the 5,000, I believe they'll try to use that to get the public support back. And I don't think that's gonna work that much. Because what's $5,000? Like here in Tulsa, Oklahoma is cheap, and that's only like a month's worth of bills, maybe. But $5,000 ain't gonna do enough for you if you're in California, New York, or Florida. So I'm looking like, I mean, hey, you better stiffy that sucker up. Maybe you give people $50,000, you can get back your public support. Which they got the money to do that, but I don't see them doing that because they're dumb. They're gonna do dumb stuff. They're gonna piss the people off. They can't do nothing smart. The only way they can do something smart now is to find a Jake and use the Jake's ideas. And Jake don't even want to work with Edomites anymore. So these devils is flat on their back. And it's a good thing to watch. Because it's built my spirit up. Like, yes, man, the Lord is really attacking these devils. That dude couldn't even buy an election, Yasharal. He couldn't even buy that election. They took that dude money and still voted the other way. A big middle finger to dude. I'm like, wow. And I'm like, man, don't you feel stupid? That's like paying money for your car to get fixed. They take your money, don't fix your car. That dude got played. Elon Musk got played on the world stage for everybody to see and clown your butt. First of all, you're doing something illegal. And then you didn't even get the results you was looking for. You spent money. They said the most money ever spent in the election in USA history. Yasharala, digest that. That dude spent money to get his guy in there. They took his money and he didn't get his guy. And I'm laughing at you, man. That's why you gotta enjoy the little tidbits that the Lord's throwing us, man. Laugh at these devils. Like that's what you get. Your dumb, non-talking butt. Sitting there stuttering. I don't know where all the hate is coming from the left. And yeah, man. See, he thought that they was just a bunch of momos and they ain't gonna do nothing. He thought all the tough guys was in the Republican Party, not knowing that on the other side, it's shoot. And if you take a momo's money away or the party away, they'll get vicious with your butt too. See, he ain't never been to the hood. Like the E said, he done fucked around and found out. Because I know some momos like, hey, they could throw hands. They fight and get down too. See, he didn't know that. He done took these people party away and shoot, man. And then you got a lot of women that's in the liberal Democratic Party. You done pissed the women off. They said this dude done pissed people off and thought he's gonna get good results. And he's starting to find out like, hey, that wasn't the move. You gotta come in finessing. See, they wanted to come in hard body. The white man racism. You know, he got on that, you know, that how I want to say that 19 that grok that smashy stuff. He got on that, and it turned a lot of people off. You know, he did that salute. And then it also hurt the 1948ers because they didn't do nothing about that. They let dude get a slide for that. And so everybody like, hold up, you get on everybody else. We need to get on to this dude because he got money. So Esau's just messing up all the way around. All the way around, Esau Edom is messing up. And I'm like, God dang, how you have all the money in the world, all the resources, and you're this dang stupid. So I don't want to hear that Edomites are smart. No, they not. Not anymore. And they've been exposed greatly. They own is exposing them. They said, dude made that move and they ain't do nothing and exposed them. Now people on the news outlets like, hey, I don't want to hear that anti-A word. He did this. Y'all didn't say nothing to him. So guess what? I'm about to do it too. So this is Jeremiah 49:10 says, but I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, his neighbors, and he is not. You see, they said I made Esau bare, meaning stripped naked. You can see all the Esau Edom's ways, what they're about. Nothing is hidden. That's why I like Donald Trump. Donald Trump made all that secret racism. He brought it to the surface. So all the coons and sandballs can see it, and they can't say nothing. They can't be like, oh, the white man ain't racist. Man, look at Trump and his policies. Get the hell out of here. And we even tell the Northern tribe, the Hispanics, they voted for Trump, like, look what he's doing. Look at you. I don't want to hear this dude, oh, he ain't racist. Look at what he's doing. Look at what he promotes. Look at his executive orders. The Lord is laying everything bare. Look at his partner, Elon Musk, what he led with. These devils is through, man. They too exposed. And now I'm just looking at for the people to rise up, which through the spirit, you know, they ain't going to rise up to that money go belly up. If they still got some money to spend, and, you know, little parties to go to, nothing will happen. But it looks like the money will go. Now, Jake is doing a better job because Jake said they ain't spending money like that. They ain't going here, going there. They conserving money. Now, when the Edomites ain't got no money, that's when the revolution going to happen in Babylon the Great, that civil war. Because they like, dude, I voted for you. You were supposed to put money in my pockets. You were supposed to hurt, you know, Yashua, the children of Israel. But they still doing good. They in the club, boots on the ground, throwing their fan out. You know, Eve still having the time of her life. And the Edomites is like struggling to get by. You know, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Because they wasn't ready for this. They not used to the struggle. Jake is. So Jake is still making it. Plus, Jake ain't falling for all the little okie dokes, the little 52 fake outs. Like, Jake ain't falling for that, man. I heard they're going to shut down TikTok April 5th. Too much information is going out. And I think they doing that because they butt hurt. They feelings is hurt. Because people spreading information. Jake is saying, man, don't go out there and march on April 5th. Because they putting out to go April 5th to go out there and march. So they talking about shutting TikTok down on April 5th. You know, we'll see how that go. Because the big protest is against Esau Edom that the mainstream media is not covering or saying nothing. They had over like something look like 1 million some people in DC protesting Donald Trump and Elon Musk. So that shows, man, your money ain't gonna save you, man. It probably could have you to hand it some out, you know, threw some money around and feed these people. But Esau too dumb. He just want to hoard all the money and, you know, talk noise to them. And I mean to them, I'm talking about the working class Edomites. They're hurting the worst out here. It's not Jake. It's these working class Edomites doing bad. I work with a lot of them. They live above their means. If the economy goes any type of way, like if something goes up, rent or the housing market, they're going to be in a bad way. They're going to be in a very bad way. I heard the auto industry is about to collapse. A lot of them got like new cars that cost a whole lot of money paying a month. You know, car note. Edomites are doing bad, y'all, Sharala. And we know through the scriptures it's only going to get worse. So watch for the Edomites to wig out. They're going to be ones that's going to be hitting the streets. Ain't going to be Jake. You know, I believe through the spirit. It ain't going to be Jake. It's going to be Edomites. It's gonna be like a civil war. Civil war was Edomite versus Edomite. We about to see that again. Because they being choked out. The rich is hoarding all the money flow. And that's because they ready to implement the MOTB. They just going to break this place down to a third world country, put everybody in a bad situation, and do their MOTB. But it's going to be fights and breakouts that happen as they're doing it. People like, I'm not about to do that. I'm not going out that way. You know, Edomites, how they solve stuff is, you know, you with the gun, the sword. That's how they solve everything. So these devils is cooked, Yasharala. Money is not going to save them at all. I know most people think, oh, money, you know, they say in the scripture, money's a defense, money can save them, all that. But we read in the scriptures, hey, money ain't going to deliver in the day of wrath. It's not. So I just want to put that out there. I might put that one clip in the comment section if you want to watch, you know, everybody's little reactions to it. Or you just seen the thing that you can just go type in, you know, they little YouTube page and see it. But, you know, I hope this has been edifying. I want to say Kwam Yashar Allah and stay locked in because Yahweh Shah is quickly on the way. Shalom.